Greetings for the day. Hi, I'm Assistant Professor Reenu Dutt from SOLS BBD University. Today's topic is Importance of Victimology, Meaning, Nature and Types of Victims of Crime. So, as previously we studied the victimology studies and its scope. Today we are going to study about the importance of victimology. So basically, the analysis of background of victim and the conditions contributing to the crime make the reason of the crime more evident. The analysis of criminal victim relationship helps us to recognize the persons or groups which may be the targets of crime. So it is the groups that we target which may be the targets of the crime. The studies relating to victimization provide those informations relating to the crime which are not informed to the police. So basically the informations which are related to crime which are not informed to the police may be relatively the studies which we relate to victimization. These studies along with the studies of information to the police help to develop principles of crime. Now, the study of victimology also helps the formation of effective crime prevention policy. So basically, you can develop an effective crime preventing policy by the study of victimology. The seriousness of the crime can be well determined by ascertaining the fact as to what victim feels about the crime. Now, we'll understand about the meaning, nature, and types of victims of crime. To start with meaning, the term victims refer to individuals, entities, or groups that have suffered harm, injury, or adverse consequences as a result of specific event, some action, or some circumstances. Victims may experience various forms of harm, including physical, emotional, psychological, or even financial distress. The victim, as defined under Section 2 the CRPC, is as following: a person who suffered directly or threatened physically, emotional, or pecuniary harm as a result of commission of a crime, or in the case of victim being a institutional entity, any of the similar harm by an individual or authorized representative of another entity or group who are essentially covered under civil or constitutional law and deserve assistance by the criminal justice system. So, the concept of victims is multifaceted and extends across different domains, including criminal law, social justice, human rights, and various societal contexts. Now, to understand a nature of victimology, we have to look into diverse identities. Now, victims come from diverse backgrounds, demographics, and identities. They can be of any age, gender, race, socioeconomic status, or nationality. Nature of victimization varies widely, reflecting the complexity of individual and collective experiences. Now, what are direct and indirect victims? If we study, direct victims are those who directly experience harm or injury, such as the target of a crime, accident, or abuse. And now, indirect victims, on the other hand, may be family members, friends, or communities affected by the harm suffered by others. So it is not just the direct victims who suffer from a crime, criminal activity or some accident or abuse. It is the surrounding people as well who are the indirect victims, those who suffer because of such suffering of some direct victim. Legal and social context. If in the legal context, victims are individuals who have suffered harm as a result of criminal activities. Their role in legal proceedings have evolved with increasing recognition of their rights and the need for victim-centered approaches. In social context, victims may also encompass those affected by natural disasters, accidents, discrimination, or other societal issues. So it is not just the crime which gives the products as victims, it is also the other social contexts. Maybe they are just natural disasters or accidents, discriminators. Such sufferers are also a part of victimology because they are the sufferers, the victims. Now, physical, emotional, and financial impact. The nature of victimization can manifest in various ways. Physical harm may include injuries, some health issues, or some disabilities. Emotional and psychological impacts can result in trauma, anxiety, and even stress. And financial harm, we all know, may involve some monetary losses, some property damage, or economic hardship. Next, we are going to study about crisis and the recovery. So, victims are often experienced by a crisis period immediately following the harm or the trauma. So, basically, the crisis period just follows the harm or the trauma. So, the process of recovery involves healing from the physical and emotional consequences, seeking some sort of support, and rebuilding one's life. The nature of this recovery process is unique to each individual and situation. It is not that similar time will be taken to recover from similar type of trauma or stress by each and every individual. It is dependable on individual to individual, from situation to situation. Now, if we consider the intersectionality, the nature of victimization can be influenced by intersectionality, acknowledging that individuals may face multiple forms of discrimination or disadvantage simultaneously. For example, a victim may experience harm based on their gender, on basis of race or socioeconomic status, some economic status, concurrently. So it could be a financial situation as well as individual socioeconomic or racism or gender biased situation. Any kind of situation could be there. Agency and empowerment. Now, recognizing victims and individuals with agency and empowering them is an essential aspect of victimology. So, victimology is not just about studying what and how the victims are caused or what healing processes of victims are there. It is also about recognizing the victims as an individual and empowering them uh, is an essential aspect of victimology. While victims may face different sort of challenges, in acknowledging their resilience, providing support, and involving them in decision making processes, which may contribute to their empowerment. Advocacy and rights. The nature of victimization has led to increased advocacy for victims' rights, legal frameworks, and social policies are evolving to ensure that victims receive fair treatment, protection, and access to support services. That's all for today. Signing off. Have a nice day. Thank you.